Hi, this is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. I'm going to show you how to transform a photo into a newspaper image, as well as how you can make a custom headline for it. You can also change the photo and headline quickly and easily. I photographed this image that we can use for the background, as well as a shape that we'll place our photo into. The link to this Photoshop file is located in my video's description or project files. Open a photo you'd like to use to place into the newspaper. It can be color or black and white. I downloaded this one from Shutterstock.com. To get the best results from the filters that we'll be using, we need to make the photo's resolution 300 pixels per inch. To do this, go to Image and Image Size. Type in 300 pixels per inch for its resolution. If the file size of your photo becomes way too large like this example, first make sure the chain link icon is on, and then type in a lower amount in either the width or the height. Doing that decreases the file size dramatically. Then click OK. To fit it back onto your canvas, press Ctrl or Command 0. Next, we'll convert it into a smart object so we can modify it non-destructively. Click the icon at the upper right of the Layers panel and click Convert to Smart Object. To place the photo into the newspaper template, press V to open your Move tool and drag the photo onto the tab of the template. Without releasing your mouse or pen, drag it down onto the newspaper and release. Press Ctrl or Command G to place the photo into a folder. When a layer is indented, it means it's inside a folder. Open your Channels panel and Control-click or Command-click on the thumbnail of the black and white shape to make a selection of it. Open back your Layers panel and click the Layer Mask icon to make a layer mask of the selection next to the folder. Now, all the layers that are and will be in the folder will be confined to inside the white area of the layer mask. Think of a layer mask as a stencil. White reveals and black masks out. Make your photo active. Go to View. If Snap is checked, click on it to deactivate it. This makes it easier to move and position our photo so it won't try to snap to anything. To increase its size, press Ctrl or Command T. Go to a corner, and when you see a diagonal double arrow, press and hold Alt or Option plus Shift as you drag it out. To reposition it, just drag the image. Then press Enter or Return. Let's add a thin border surrounding it. Make the folder active and click the FX icon. Choose Stroke. Make the size 9 pixels, the position center, and the opacity 65%. Then click OK. Make your photo active and change its blend mode to luminosity. This makes your photo monochromatic and blends its lightness values to the newspaper's color. If your foreground and background colors are white and black, as in this example, we need to invert them. The fastest way to do this is to press X on your keyboard, or you can click this curved double arrow icon, or click this small icon next to it. Go to Filter and Filter Gallery. Open your Sketch folder and click Halftone Pattern. Make the pattern type dot and its size and contrast 6 each. Then click OK. Go to Filter, Noise, and Add Noise. Make the amount 15%, Gaussian, and monochromatic. Click the adjustment layer icon and choose Exposure. To restrict the adjustment layer to effect just the photo and not all the layers below it in the Layers panel, click the Clipping Mask icon. The adjustment layer slid to the right to let us know that it's now clipped to the one layer below it. Exposure lets you adjust your image's levels with 3 sliders. Exposure will adjust mainly the highlights of the image, Offset adjusts mainly the midtones, and Gamma will adjust mainly the dark tones. For exposure, type in -0.2. For offset, type in 0.01. And for gamma correction, type in 1.4. Next, we'll give our image a more newspaper-like quality. Click the New Layer icon to make a new layer. Go to Filter, Render, and Clouds. Increase its size by opening your Transform tool. Click the Chain Link icon to link the width and the height of the transform. In either field, type in 300%. To accept it, click the check mark at the top. Go to Filter, Pixelate, and Mezzotint. Choose Coarse Dots and click OK. Change the blend mode to overlay and reduce its opacity to 40%. We're ready to add the headline. First, let's save space in the Layers panel by clicking the small triangle to close the folder. Open your horizontal type tool and pick a font. I'm using a Parajita Bold. I'll make its size 80 points, smooth, and center alignment. Click the color box, and in the brightness field, type in 7%. This gives us a very dark gray color. Then, click OK. Click above the center of the empty area and type out your headline. To adjust the space between the lines of text, also known as leading, highlight your text and go to Window and Character. The Character panel will open. Slide the leading icon to the left or right until the space between the lines is to your liking. Then you can close the Character panel. Open your Move tool to reposition your text. We'll convert the text into a smart object so we can edit or replace the text without having to redo all the effects. Click the icon at the upper right of the Layers panel and click Convert to Smart Object. Go to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur. Type in 2 pixels and click OK. Go to Filter, Noise, and add noise. Make the amount 40%, Gaussian, and monochromatic. Then click OK or press Enter or Return. To resize and stretch your text, open your Transform tool. When you see this message, just click OK. It's just letting us know that the smart filters will be temporarily turned off as you're using the Transform tool. Go to a corner, and when you see a diagonal double arrow, press and hold Alt or Option plus Shift as you drag it out or in. Continue to manipulate the text so it fits snugly into the space. Since the right edge of the newspaper is curving down slightly, let's skew the text to better match the newspaper's angle. Go to Edit, Transform, and Skew. Go to the middle of the right side of the transform and drag it down until it matches the angle of the line on the newspaper. Then press Enter or Return. Next, I'll show you how to quickly replace the photo. Open your folder, scroll down, and double-click the smart object to open it. If you're working on a version earlier than CC, open a photo you'd like to use to replace the one you have and drag it into the Smart Object document. If you're working on Photoshop CC and have updated it to version 14.2, you can go to File and Place Embedded. Locate and click the new photo, then click Place. Size the photo and press Enter or Return. Close the tab of the Smart Object, and when you see this message, click Yes to save the changes. The Smart Object automatically updated with the new photo and instantly applied all the effects to it. To resize it, open your Transform tool, and as before, when you see this message, click OK. Size and position it to your liking, and press Enter or Return. This is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. Thanks for watching.